Hey everybody. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit. There we go. Tonight we're doing Proverbs 19. My wife is here with me. Say hello, babe. So we'll just get into it. I'm going to read each verse twice, and if it's confusing, we are going to do a search and see if we can get some clarification on each one as we go. All right.
Put it in layman's terms.
What, babe?
Put it in layman's terms.
Yes. If we could put it in layman's terms for both us and you to understand, that would be probably helpful. And if you have any comments or suggestions or any way you can help, please leave it in the comments. We'd be very grateful. All right, here we go. So, Proverbs 19, verse 1. Better the poor whose walk is blameless than a fool whose lips are perverse. Better the poor whose walk is blameless than a fool whose lips are perverse. And that one seems pretty obvious to me. Obviously, I'll let you guys read into it on your own. All right, so 19:2. This book or this chapter has 28 verses. So here we go. Here's number 2. Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? You might want to look that one up.
It warns against acting impulsively on strong desires without proper understanding or guidance.
Okay.
It suggests that such a lack of knowledge can lead one astray, causing mistakes, missed opportunities, or even sin, and emphasizes the importance of thoughtful planning and seeking wisdom to ensure that desires lead to positive outcomes.
Okay, well that wasn't exactly layman's terms. Biblical proverb that warns against acting impulsively on strong desires without proper understanding or guidance. It made more sense when I read it myself for some reason. Okay,
Could be my accent.
that seems pretty obvious. The wording is confusing sometimes. All right, 19:3. That's going to be a long video. We're 3 minutes in. All right, here we go. A person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. I think that one is pretty obvious. A person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. Basically, when somebody... A person's own folly leads to their ruin. This part of the verse emphasizes that people often bring about their own destruction or hardship through their poor decisions, a lack of wisdom, or a rejection of sound advice. Yet their heart rages against the Lord. I think that one's obvious. It indicates a refusal to accept personal responsibility for their predicament. Instead of learning from their mistakes, such individuals become angry and blame God for the negative consequences, failing to recognize that their own foolish choices were the root cause. That's pretty good. All right. 19:4. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor person deserts them. Wealth attracts many friends. Obviously, the wealthy people have a lot of friends. Everybody wants to be friends with them. But the closest friend of the poor deserts them. Oh, that's terrible. What am I looking at?
I was just doing that.
Okay. Well, I think that one's kind of self-explanatory. Wealth attracts people, and people don't want to be charitable anymore. They don't want their friend to drag them down. They don't want to have to take care of their friends, which doesn't seem particularly Christ-like. But you know, there's only so much you can take, to be honest.
Well, I think the friends, they see them like as a financial means. It's like, oh, they can do me favors, and you know, maybe once that's gone, they walk away because, oh, you're not giving anymore, so I have no more use for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Superficial.
Yeah, superficial. All right, moving on. 1905. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. That one is good. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. I don't think we need any more clarity on that one. It's all right, baby. This washing machine is making a whole bunch of noise. She's trying to close the closet. All right. Proverbs 19:6. Many curry favor with a ruler, and everyone is the friend of one who gives gifts. Many curry favor with a ruler, and everyone is the friend of one who gives gifts. That seems pretty obvious. Okay. 19:7. The poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. The poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursues pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. So basically, why don't you read, baby? Chime in. Because I'm reading here and you're reading there, instead of me trying to pick up where you were trying to indicate.
Okay.
This is a work in progress, everybody. This is only our second day, so.
First, actually.
Well, technically, first day together, so.
It describes how those in poverty are often isolated and avoided, even by their own family members. And this verse highlights the harsh reality of social bias, where a lack of wealth can lead to a person being ostracized by friends and even their kin, despite their pleas for connection.
Okay.
So you're reaching out in a time of need, and you're turned away by everybody, basically.
It sounds about right. Yeah. All right.
It describes a situation where a person's poverty causes them to be disliked and avoided by their extended family. Yeah. That's sad.
Well, a person in poverty tends to be perceived as a drain on whoever they can be, especially family and friends. You know, that's tricky. I mean, sometimes it's like they're never pleased, or
They're not helping themselves.
they're
but
not
they
helping
expect
themselves.
everyone
Yeah,
else to
exactly. They're not helping
done.
themselves. I don't know. I guess this is one where grace comes in and takes over. It's tough. It's a tough situation. All right, we're going to keep going on, or this is going to take forever. All right. 19:8. The one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. The one who gets wisdom loves life. The more you learn, the more you love the world around you. And the one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. Now, considering this is Proverbs, a book of the Bible, I would imagine that understanding comes with knowing the Word and Jesus. Seems right. Seems pretty obvious to me. All right, next one. 19:9. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. Yes, a false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. That one is pretty self-explanatory. All right, we're going to keep going. 19:10. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury. How much worse for a slave to rule over princes. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury. Oh. I was going to say a name, but I'm not going to do that. How much worse for a slave to rule over princes.
We'll go back to the first.
What? The first what?
The first verse that you read about, just the very first part.
It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury.
So it's not suited for a fool because lacking wisdom, they are likely to misuse or mismanage it, leading to negative consequences.
Okay. I hope everybody's able to hear her. We'll figure that out later if necessary. All right.
Okay.
How much worse for a slave to rule over princes?
Okay. Hold on.
This one.
Yeah.
A slave ruling over princes is far worse than even a fool living in luxury, as it signifies a fundamental inversion of the natural order, leading to instability, potential abuse of power, and general calamity. Yeah, kind of like the federal government putting illegal aliens up in luxury apartments and luxury hotels. Yeah, maybe a little. But that's, well, I think we're going to move on. That one's...
Take some research to understand it. Okay.
What?
So it'll take some research to understand that.
Yeah, that one might take
Maybe someone else explain
some more research. Please feel free, like I said, add any context in the comments. That would be very helpful. All right. Number 11. 9/11. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. That one's pretty obvious. It is to one's glory to forgive. You know, a person's wisdom yields patience. The more you know and understand, the more patient you are with the world around you and the people in it. That seems to make perfect sense to me.
It suggests that true wisdom isn't just about knowing things, but about having the ability to control one's reactions and emotions, leading to a patient and calm demeanor.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Number 12. A king's rage is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A king's rage is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. It seems pretty obvious. I mean, obviously, an angry ruler or king or tyrant or whatever is like the roar of a lion. You know, angry, loud, scary, terrifying.
It says it's a metaphor used to illustrate the formidable power and terrifying nature of a king's anger, which is best avoided.
Yes, like, let's try not to piss Trump off.
Oh, jeez.
Pardon my language. All right, number 13. Oh, wait, 12. But his favor is like dew on the grass. So obviously, if you gain the king's favor, you are going to be treated well and gently and maybe even with some preferential treatment. So,
Kindness.
Yeah, kindness. So let's, okay, yeah, some kindness. All right, 13. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof.
Knock it off.
I don't understand this one at all, baby. I think you should take this one.
It means a child who is foolish, rebellious, or causes disgrace can bring great loss, shame, and ruin to their father and family.
Okay.
Let's see.
And a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof.
A quarrelsome wife
I like that.
is like the dripping of a leaky roof.
The constant dripping of a leaky roof. Constant. As in never ending.
Can you say that again?
A quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof.
Never mind, I was going to say something.
Yeah, taking you the wrong one. But I think that is pretty obvious. I mean, a nagging wife will drive a man crazy. Absolutely crazy. I have no experience with that, so I wouldn't know what it's like. Seriously, yeah, would have no idea. So, if you have some context on that, please leave it in the comments. 9:14. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Ooh. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Okay. That seems pretty obvious. A good wife is a blessing from God. And I think that's really all the summing up for that one that we need to do. Houses and wealth inherited from parents, that's obvious, and unfortunately less and less, prevalent these days, who has anything to hand down to their kids? We in this society we live in.
Maybe some knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, knowledge and wisdom is sometimes the best we can do or have to offer. So that's what we're trying to do today, gain some of that. All right. 15. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Well, seems pretty obvious. I mean, laziness is laziness. What, you just lay around and be lazy, and
It leads to negative consequences.
yeah, obviously it leads
Missed
to negative
opportunities.
consequences, because how can you support yourself if you're not working?
And missed opportunities. You're just...
Yeah. That's that's like me playing my video games all day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. What am I missing out on in all of that time?
Me.
Well, there you have it. Missing out on some of that. So, the quarrelsome wife. Wait, no, that's right. That's not me. That's right, or her. Okay. All right. So, 16. Whoever keeps commandments keeps their life, and whoever shows contempt for their ways will die. That seems pretty obvious. Whoever keeps the commandments keeps their life, but whoever shows contempt for their ways will die. Look, you either follow God's laws and you live with Him in the heavenly kingdom for eternity, or you don't, and you go someplace you don't want to go. That seems pretty obvious. 17. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and He will reward them for what they have done. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and He will reward them for what they have done. Seems pretty obvious. If you take care of those in need and those less fortunate, you will receive a reward from Jesus, from heaven, from God. You will be blessed. That's probably the easiest way to put it.
It's a metaphor to emphasize the value and significance of kindness to the poor. And God is attentive to these acts of kindness and considers them as if they were given directly to Him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He takes it personal.
And God promises to repay those who show kindness to the poor. And this repayment can be in the form of spiritual blessings, joy and peace, eternal treasures, and spiritual growth, to name a few.
Okay. That's a good one right there. All right. 18. Discipline your children, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to their death. Discipline your children, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to their death. That one kind of hits home.
Yeah, I'd say.
Obviously, I was kind of an absentee father. And very much an absentee father. I did not do any of that. And my discipline was not discipline, it was rage. And it wasn't good.
Not physical rage, though.
Oh yeah, I wasn't like physically abusive, but I get yelled. I'll yell and I can
scare the bejesus out of people.
Apparently I'm pretty scary when I get angry. Who to bunk it?
But anyway, I think that by not leading your children, you're not being a
Good example.
good example, leading them in the right direction. Yeah, it could be the death of them.
Yeah. Be the man you want your daughter to end up marrying.
Yes.
That's all there is to it. If you can do that, I think the rest will sort itself out. You don't have to worry about sons. Whatever. We're always fine.
Oh my gosh, you guys need. Anyway.
Okay, moving on. 19. A hot-tempered person must pay the penalty. Rescue them, and you will have to do it again. A hot-tempered person must pay the penalty. Rescue them, and you will have to do it again.
We just spoke on that.
I think we just talked a little bit about that. I was a hot-tempered person, and I still am in many respects.
It suggests that uncontrolled anger leads to repeated negative consequences, and attempting to protect someone from these consequences will only enable their continued destructive behavior. Wow.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's no problem. It's all good. Moving on. 1920. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. When somebody criticizes you, like, whether it's constructive criticism or not, as far as I'm concerned, take it to heart.
Embrace it.
Embrace it. Always, when something comes up and something goes wrong in your life, before you lash out at the people around you and blame anyone else, ask yourself what you could do differently to have this not happen, whatever it was. Look inward, because that's usually where the problem stems from. Living proof.
It does say embracing counsel and instruction is essential for acquiring wisdom and will lead to a successful future. It's crucial for personal growth. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Next one. Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. That is, life is what happens when you're making other plans. I think that's about as simple as that one gets. The Lord is going to have His way, no matter what we think.
It's already been decided.
Yeah. We are living His plan already. We don't have any say in it. It's me sitting here doing this with you. He put it on my heart to do this. You think I want to sit here for an hour and read Bible scripture? Well, to be honest,
Yeah.
I do kind of feel like I want to do it, but it was something I, for a long time, was not interested in. And then, thanks to Charlie, his martyrdom put it on my heart. I can no longer afford. I can no longer afford to ignore these things. I can no longer afford to ignore God and His plan. And it's time to surrender to it. But here we are. All right. Which one was that? Oh, wait.
21.
21. Okay, so we're on
I
22.
think you can actually go more on that one too, like it says here. Just you have to trust in God and His plans. Sure, make your own plans, but trust in God that He's most likely going to weed out what you don't need and lead you in the right direction.
Yeah, well, that kind of, I think that falls in with life is what happens when you were making other plans, Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 22.
All right. Number 22, verse 22, here we go. What a person desires is unfailing love. Better to be poor than a liar. Yes. Nancy Pelosi should learn this one. What a person desires is unfailing love. Better to be poor than a liar. Yeah, I should probably tag her with that. Anyways, moving on. I think that one's obvious. You have something to say on it, babe? Okay.
I erased it.
All right. 23. The fear of the Lord leads to life. Then one rests content, untouched by trouble. The fear of the Lord leads to life. Then one rests content, untouched by trouble. If you love and fear Lord God, if you fear the Lord, you will not risk upsetting him. You will not risk provoking his judgment. And if you do that,
rest satisfied.
yeah. And if you do that, then you have nothing to worry about. You will be content, and trouble won't find you.
Right, not be visited by harm.
Yep, I like that one.
Okay.
1924. A sluggard buries his head or hand in the dish. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. A sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. Okay, a sluggard. I'm thinking like a lazy person, a sloth.
A lazy person, yes.
A very lazy person buries his hand in the dish.
He's unwilling to exert any effort, even to feed themselves.
Yes, unwilling to exert any effort, even to feed themselves. That's
Like you said, a sloth.
a sloth. Yeah. One of the 7 deadly sins. I saw that movie. Ooh, crazy. All right, moving on.
Yes.
Number 25. Flog a mucker, and the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke the discerning, and they will gain knowledge. Flog the mocker. Jimmy Kimmel. And the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke the discerning, and they will gain knowledge. It says mucker, not mocker.
Oh.
Flog a mucker.
Well, that's how it came when you
Yeah.
said it.
It's a biblical verse meaning that wait.
To punish
Oh.
here.
To punish or strike down a person who is insolent, proud, or mocks others, or who mocks others or established ways of life. Yes, much like Jimmy Kimmel mocking all of us conservatives and Christians. The simple will learn prudence. The naive, inexperienced, and guileless individuals who witness this punishment will become more cautious and sensible in their actions and decisions, thereby gaining knowledge and discretion. That is probably why I walked around in this shirt and my Trump hat all day long and got nothing but
But
compliments.
basically it means, people who witness that, they learn from that person's mistakes.
Yep.
And they're not going to follow in their footsteps.
Yep, all these people that I that would give me the side eye as I walked by, they didn't dare to say anything because they are afraid there might be consequences all of a sudden. Consequences? Yeah.
What, by you being friendly? That's what's funny. Because
Yeah.
you would. You'd be completely friendly and strike up a conversation with them.
That was the whole exercise that I have been embarking on this entire week. I'm all smiles. I try to be as friendly and as inviting and happy-go-lucky as possibly can. And just that alone throws some people, puts some people off. I mean, how dare you not be miserable like me? Heck with those people. I don't need to surround myself with their energy. I got God. All right. So,
26?
hang on. There we go. The next one is whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. Whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. He who assaults his father and drives his mother away is a shameful and disgraceful son.
Whether it be
I wonder how.
verbally.
I'm not going to utter his name. the assassin of Charlie Kirk. I wonder how miserable his poor father is.
And his mom.
And his mom. And his whole family. Look what he has done to them.
Yeah.
In his selfishness. Ruined their lives. Damaged their walk with God. And their neighbors. Everything.
And they're guilty by association, even though they did the right thing.
They did the right thing by holding him and turning him in. But now they are, yeah, like she said, guilty by association. It's terrible. Terrible. I think the young people these days, they don't care about us anymore. We need to fix that. And that's because we're not teaching them or bringing them to God. We need to start teaching our kids to church.
Except for those four, don't go into detail, except for those four young
Except
adults that you met
yep,
today.
yep.
Amazing. Yeah.
We met 4 young adults, like under 20,
18,
I would
19,
think.
yeah.
And I got their phone number so that they liked my shirt. And I told them that if they were willing to wear it, I would give them each one. And so
They were ecstatic.
they were very happy. And
Yes.
I felt very blessed to be able to do it.
And to have that generation.
Yes.
Such a young generation just
Yeah.
coming up and with these beliefs, and it's incredible.
Yeah, it's inspiring to know that, or to feel that we might be in pretty good hands after all.
Right.
You know, you look who represents the left these days in their transgender, purple hair, nose ring, and all that. These people really. Sorry, my wife has a nose ring. Well, it's more like a stud. If it was a ring, we'd have a problem. But yeah, I mean, I forgot what my point was. So, moving on.
Okay.
Number 27. Stop listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. Stop listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge.
It serves as a warning.
It's a warning that by ignoring advice and guidance, an individual will lose their way from true understanding and wisdom. Oh, like my daughter. The instruction to remain on the path of knowledge, of knowledgeable and discerning living. To stop listening to my instruction, my son. This phrase refers to the act of rejecting or disregarding wisdom and advice, particularly from a parental or authoritative source. Like when I'm trying to have a discussion with my daughter about Jesus or about transgender, basic science, you know. My daughter didn't believe me that men could not breastfeed
Basic biology.
because they don't teach basic biology in her high school or in the high school she went to. I don't know about all high schools. But she didn't even know what mammaries were. I've been making jokes about mammaries since I was this tall. I've known what they were for most of my life. I know where milk comes from.
Cool. A nursing mother.
Well, yeah. Yes. What she said. That's much more nice. And you will stray from the words of knowledge. This warns that a lack of attentiveness to guidance leads to errors, losing sight of foundational truths and the ability to make wise decisions. That seems pretty reasonable. All right, moving on. We're almost done, guys. Proverbs 19, verse 28. A corrupt witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. A corrupt witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. I think we're seeing so much of this right now. And I've been saying it all week. This is no longer a battle between left and right. This is between good and evil, God versus Satan, angels versus demons. The trumpets are sounding. Be the trumpet. We are the trumpets. We are the trumpets for Charlie Kirk and for Jesus. Thanks to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk helped give us the courage.
Yeah. And finally a purpose.
The desire to
Yeah,
want to
desire. Yeah.
to be as courageous as him.
Yes.
So here we are, putting it all on the line. I mean, it's terrible and sad thing to have to say that we're actually risking everything in this society by turning to God. Not that it, really doesn't matter, because this is all worldly problems. We don't have to worry about those. What? Okay. We're going to continue. Last one. Proverbs 19, verse 29 goes as follows. Penalties are prepared for mockers, and beatings for the backs of fools. Penalties are prepared for mockers, Jimmy Fallon, and beatings for the backs of fools.
Jimmy Fallon? No, Jimmy Kimmel.
That's what I meant. Jimmy Kimmel.
Sorry, Jimmy Fallon.
Sorry, Mr. Fallon.
After he had Gutfeld on there and he did so well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Jimmy Fallon is a good man, in my opinion.
He's open.
He's open. Yes, he is not closed off. He is not a denizen of Satan. He will actually have a conversation and is not closed-minded. So that means he is open. So that's... Oh, you want me to say something else, babe?
Well, it says that this verse is stating that those who scorn wisdom and reject instruction will face inevitable divine judgment, while foolish behavior will ultimately lead to punishment.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys heard that.
I hope. You want to read it again?
Okay, I'll read it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You do talk well.
Yeah, she kind of soft-spoken, unless it's at me.
Well, you're hard of hearing.
This verse serves as a warning, stating that those who... Stating that those who scorn wisdom and reject instruction will face inevitable divine judgment, while foolish behavior will ultimately lead to punishment. I like that. Let me pull up Shayna's. I think you sent it to you, right?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, she did not.
That's Proverbs 19. That is basically the end of this lesson. I would like to pray with you.